So in the original script, there were rats in the storyline, and the rats, Mr. Twigs had a king rat that sat on his shoulder. And the original script, well, it was one of those things. No. Believe it or not, there weren't rats at the Victoria, which is really nice. Now the myth where I do terrible, that's another story. But yeah, we actually, Darren and the producers were kind of like, the rats are going to cost, whatever it was going to be. And so I did go through and de-ratted the movie. And originally, the scene where Mr. Twigs cuts off Mink's head, originally that was her ripping through the stitches, and then hundreds of rats were coming out from the woodwork and they devoured her face and were eating her.
Well, was there anything that caught you kind of in retrospect?
How about the casting of Natasha?
Oh, that's good. Well, would you like to speak to that?
Well, that was I watched this movie now and I can't picture anybody but Natasha Lyonne as that character. And when I wrote the script, yes, let's start with Natasha Lyonne. I will say this, there was a San Francisco Chronicle article that came out today about the movie, and they talked to Natasha and they talked to Cassandra, who couldn't be here. But I read the article, and as a filmmaker, made a movie 12 years ago, and also someone at the sort of huge success level that she has now. Not only was I thrilled that she talked to them, but she says, I love that movie. And so I've had a really good day to see that Natasha said, I love that movie. But you all know, she's been in a lot of movies. She does not say that she loves them. So, it was satisfying. But yeah, Natasha was sort of like a first choice. Darren and I talked about Natasha a lot. And our casting director at the time was, I'll be honest, was a little discouraging about it. And Darren and I ended up giving the script to, first it was Rose McGowan, and Rose, who Darren knew, of course, from Jawbreaker, this is true. She comes back to us. This script was called Grindhouse when Rose got it. And Rose comes back to Darren and says, oh God, I can't do that movie because I'm already doing a gore comedy. And Darren's like, oh, okay. Darren's telling me, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, girl, that's not the worst part. That's the worst part. He's like, the movie she's doing is called Grindhouse. Show it's just like that. It's just one fuck over after another. And so then we went to Judy Greer. And Judy actually accepted, and she was lovely, and we were rehearsing with Judy, and she was fantastic. And then Judy had a conflict with something where her dates moved around, and she had to do this other project, and we couldn't move our dates. And again, very normal show business thing. So we lost Judy. That was really disappointing. And it was kind of getting down to the 11th hour. And Tom Richmond, who's the director of photography, genius DP, said, who is your first choice? And I said, well, my first choice would ultimately be Natasha Lyonne. And so he pulls out his cell phone, calls Natasha Lyonne, because he shot The Slums of Beverly Hills, and then put me on the phone with her.
Yeah, I feel like Clea Duvall was involved in some point.
She was. So we sent the script to Clea Duvall, who now is a dear friend, and I just adore her. And Clea actually got back to us and said, this script needs someone who can walk the line between a deep, pathological psychosis and great sense of comedy. And she said, I don't think I can do both, which was really lovely. She just was like, it's not my wheelhouse. You should reach out to Natasha.
Well, and speaking of Natasha, all of you have scenes with her where you really have to be on guard or match her energy. So could the cast just speak to working with her in different scenes? Whoever wants to go first.
I loved working with her. I was so glad that we were part of the evil group. She cared so much about all the scenes, and I think she took it. You had like a pause. Okay. It was really great working with her. Yeah, she cared about all the scenes, and I've lost my trail of thought now. You go. No, yeah, I thought I really enjoyed working with her.
Actually, what No, please.
Come on, finish it!
No, she was great. I was such a fan. I was such a fan of everybody in the movie that I just sort of was blacked out and panicked the whole time. I was so happy. Mink and Cassandra and Natasha. Those are people that I just was beyond obsessed with. I had action figures in my house, that I had commissioned. I couldn't. I don't know.
And you got to kill someone.
I did.
They didn't let you do that on Glee.
No, that's true. I got to stab the shit out of Jack Donner. That was great.
Oh, yeah, I always forget that Ashley kills them.
Anybody Natasha Leone best ever?
Yes, Natasha Leone, dream come true. My favorite thing about Natasha Leone was between scenes, going outside on the curb and finding her, smoking a cigarette and just being like, cool shoes. That's what I remember the most.
Anyone else?
Thomas?
Well, Thomas wants to say something.
I mean, that was my greatest fear.
Right.
Was, I was going to get stabbed in the lip, which would have hurt. I mean, she was a pro. Natasha's a pro. And we had worked together before, so it was nice. It was fun. I remember having a great time.
Yes. I just immediately fell in love with her. I mean, legitimately. And we were both kid actors, grown up-ish, so we kind of had that to go off of. And I just remember I'd never seen anyone smoke a cigarette as fast as Natasha was on set in this movie. She was smoking such short, fat Marlboro cigs, and it would be like 3 drags. It would honestly be mind-blowing. Watching it gone. I just was so impressed. She did. She had her 30th birthday in the Victoria.
Yeah, she got her birthday cake, and but I feel like Thomas and Natasha actually had a really special bond. And what I realized afterwards was, or not actually, probably during, was both of them started working when they were small, really young kids. Thomas, of course, is the lead child in the Village of the Damned. Good personality, it's fabulous. And Natasha, of course, was on Pee-wee's Playhouse as a little girl. And they've been working. I do think that you both bonded in a very specific way. And you probably, of everyone, no offense to anyone else, but you do the best Natasha Leone impersonation.
I don't remember I do that.
Please, nobody did this. She doesn't see that.
Now, Peaches, in addition to the folks on stage, I know there are a lot of people in the house tonight who also worked on the film.
Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that I know Aaron Cantor's here, and Aaron is over there. Aaron did the title design, so the title is... But as much as I love those titles, they're almost too good. Do you know what I mean? Because literally, not one, more than one person has had the nerve to say to me, "Oh, the titles are my favorite part." Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, you did a great job, but come on! It's really hard on the rest of it. Is Lyle here? Right here. Oh, there's Lyle. That's our fantastic sound designer. Else in the audience who worked on the movie? I can't see. Just shout out. No? Okay, well, I just wanted to acknowledge Lyle and Aaron because they did such a good job.
So, from cherished memories, let's talk about challenges. What were those challenging scenes to shoot? For the cast.
I can remember, it's such a minor scene. In the very last bit of the Victoria, where you see on the screen lighting a match.
Oh my God.
He couldn't light it. She couldn't light it, so I had to come and light it instead. Yeah. It was like the simplest thing, and we just couldn't do it for some reason. So for us, that was
We had a whole thing, like people were trying to teach them how to light that match. It was so long. And finally we were like, this is so crazy. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Oh, and this is really random, but on my first day, I accidentally peed on the sash of my dress because it went in the toilet, and that was so embarrassing because it was my first day, so I had to go out in front of all the costume people and be like, My dress got wet. I lied. I said it's wet. I held it and dried it.
It's like, would you pee on it? You're like, no.
It's just a very long, big dress. No, it was a sash. It was a sash. Yeah.
I remember being especially hard was actually the scene where Noah and I are kind of having the face-off, and the puppet had to fall on Noah. And Noah, oh, Terry's here. Where's Terry? Oh, yeah, there's Terry. So Terry also worked on the movie. He did the puppet that falls on Noah's head. Oh my God, I remember when Terry showed up and you told me that you had worked or gotten your start on Dream Warriors. Is that right?
No, it wasn't that. Well, no, I did Passion of the Christ and...
Well, it wasn't that movie. Did you work on Dream Warriors?
No.
Oh my God, all these years I'm like, one of the guys who worked on Dream Warriors. Passion of the Christ, and I was like, not Dream Warriors.
This in the world.
It's out there.
On the podcast, when we did Dream Warriors, we just like, listen.
That's a whole story about you. That's a lie.
Well, only the people here know now, so shh.
Yeah. But I remember that being especially tough.
Anyone else?
Well, also, Thomas hated every time I was in drag on the set.
That's not totally true. It was that it would take a long time for Joshua to get in Peach's face. And so a lot of time when you have to be Peach's in a scene later, he'd be directing in full Peach's face, but Joshua clothing and clothes out. I don't know if you've noticed, but Peach's face can look a little judgy. So when you finish a big take and look over and I see... So yes, I was intimidated by Pichua after.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming. This has been special. One last thing. So, Severin is putting out this gorgeous Blu-ray. And on Sunday, most of us are going to be at Dark Delicacy. So many of us are going to San Francisco. I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow, and then the rest, some of you are coming up on Saturday. Then we're flying back on Sunday, and we're doing a Blu-ray signing at Dark Delicacy. So if you want to meet us over there, do y'all know Dark Delicacies? Yeah! We're also going to have these shirts, and another shirt. So join us at Dark Delicacies on Sunday for the Blu-ray. And again, I can't thank you enough for coming. And my great hope is that this all leads to another movie.